chill and run. Yeah, that was huge.
Yeah, that's awesome to see. Strenx, I think, missed the last 2 or 3 RAs, and he still has the timing down to the last second. So, that's critical.
Yeah. And you know, actually, he can defend himself really well from this position. This is, oh my God, look at the LG. He's at 44% LG. Wow. Yeah.
His LG's been unreal tonight.
Well, that and on top of it, you know, that position is extremely strong with LG, and he uses it again. Yeah, great work by Strenx, and that'll pretty much seal the deal for this map. Yeah, we're gonna moving on to the second one, and Fazz. You know, this is a match that he has to win in order to move on through, because he's lost to Garpy, as we mentioned earlier. Of course, we will get to see Strenx play against Garpy directly after this match, so I'm really excited about that. We'll be able basically to see if, you know, Garpy has the number of both of these guys, or if Strenx has something to say about Garpy's prowess. Wow, yeah, Strenx is just hunting. GG.
Up to 46 LG now. God,
yeah,
that's just insane.
And there's more. Oh, 48. Mmm, tasty. Now, what's really interesting is Garpy has really good LG as well. So I cannot wait to see Strenx versus Garpy. I mean, I still want to see Fazz maybe, you know, come back a little bit. You know, I would love to maybe see a tiebreaker between these two, but right now the way Strenx is playing, overall accuracy of 44%, that's ridiculous. Especially when, you know, Fazz is still doing pretty solid, but Rocket's 32% overall, but he didn't have the initial damage as often as he needed, and he didn't have control as often as he needed. So Strenx is very comfortable in and out of control, it seems. So we'll move on to the next map. And so it looks like T9 will be the place to go. So this is probably not a good sign for Fazz, because Strenx's LG is already extremely strong. And then on top of that,
this is a very heavy LG map.
This is where Fazz lost. So Strenx is basically playing the same maps that Fazz has already lost on. And what was really bad is this is where Fazz lost by 10 frags versus Garpy.
Get that out of the back of his mind while he plays this, but I guess we'll just have to see.
Yeah.
A couple flashbacks in the middle of this is not going to do good for him.
Yeah, indeed. Fazz is saying, so I'm 100% out now. He's asking Zoo, the admin. Zoo says, I don't know. I only check rankings once groups are done. So F3s are pressed, and we move on to T9. And, you know, I think that's an indication, the fact that Fazz is already, you know, kind of asking what his start is and whether or not he has any chance. I think he's already kind of a bit demoralized for this sphere. I don't know if his head is in the right place. His rockets are, though, and he'll pick up the first frag extremely well, defending himself with those rockets. And what looked like it might have been a quick and early frag for Strenx, really pressing in with the LG. Defensive rockets for Fazz pay off for him, and he gets frag number 1. Dead in that position on Mega, which is coming up in another 10 seconds.
I mean, he's either going to be demoralized, or he's either just going to go balls to the wall and just, you know, play insanely offensive just to see how Strenx can take it.
Well, that, yeah, I guess, you know, maybe he might say, I don't have anything to lose. Let me just, you know, fucking go crazy here and see what I can put together. Now, that Mega did go to Strenx, but Fazz did some damage on the exit. I'm going to go take a look at Strenx. And yeah, he's down to just barely under full health. And 65 armor. The next play should be for the LGYA. And Strenx is on it. Teleporter play. Now, yeah, this is kind of interesting here. Fazz has traded this YA for a position on Mega, and that'll get him the item. Strenx is trying to catch him on the exit, and he knows since Fazz isn't there, he'll catch him at GL. But this is 2 armors for Fazz. So we're going to go back over to Fazz as he picks up that grenade launcher YA, and oh, eats a rocket. That's actually a huge rocket. Kind of evens things up a little bit. The Mega health is still keeping Fazz on top between these two, though. Strenx only has 1 armor to work with, really. And he just grabbed it. This YA is up. Grabbed by Fazz. It might keep him alive long enough between this LG battle. And it's going to be Fazz winning out.
Lord, LG battle.
Oh, that was a long one too, especially when on this map when you have such little armor to work with, only 3 yellows. But 33% LG so far for Faz. Strenx is sitting on a YA and waiting for it to spawn. Here it comes. 33% as well with the LG. So pretty even with that particular weapon. So far though, item dominance, not really anybody's game. I mean, we've seen a lot of trades between megas and armors. No solid lockdowns. You know, no cooler lockdowns of T9. We'll go over to Faz. Watch him as he grabs Mega and gets out very quickly. He has no armor though. He's gonna pick up a 50 here. And that's a big rocket. Nice move by Faz. Oh, the LG though is just so strong. Look at this strength. 9 health. Quickly converted. Faz gets it back. And we get a little smiley there. So strengths.
Yeah, it was a good move by Faz.
Yeah.
The strength of LG is just tore straight through Faz's stack, and I mean strength was clearly, you know, the underdog there in that little battle, but hey, look at he's able to completely just deny Faz of anything that he wants to do because of that LG.
Yeah, the LG is ridiculous. I mean, that honestly should have been Faz's fight. He got the initial damage. You could see his style change. He moved in for the kill. He was, you know, basically pushing in aggressively, and Strengths again just unstoppable with with his tracking so far. So that's tied it up, Fear, and you know, 3.5 minutes in, this is really anybody's game, and this is really the chance that, like, Strengths wants to get locked down on this Mega. He does eat a rocket, and actually Faz runs in and steals it and picks up a frag. That was great. That was great stuff. And part of it was Strengths didn't know which way Faz was going to come. He looked up the stairs towards the middle YA for a brief second, and that threw off his position and timing for Mega. So Faz comes out on top in that battle.
I mean, Faz's LG is a little shaky today, but obviously Strength has no problem just whipping out that LG at any time.
Well, the big thing here is Faz hasn't been able to get anything this entire run. Strength has just played defensive, and he's able to grab Mega, and it's really more of a denial rather than a bonus for him. He has no armor though, so Faz, you know, this is kind of an interesting thing here, because if Faz can catch, if Strengths can catch Faz with one clean rocket, then Faz is pretty much out. Yeah, there's still no armor up. There's that LG. Strengths picks up the lead.
Strengths' stack hardly going down. Picks up that 50, and he's going to be sitting here at Mega waiting for it. Yeah, denies Faz right when it spawns. So Faz kind of getting cock blocked right there on the Mega.
Just a little bit. I mean, that thing, he was standing on it, and Strengths planted his rocket straight on the item spawn and pushed Faz off of it. Just perfect timing. And you know, like you mentioned earlier in DM13, Strengths extremely adept at keeping the timing even when he's not getting the items. And I think that's, you know, that really opened things up for him. I mean, he's picked up 4 frags in just the last minute or so, and he's running away with it. You know, Faz hasn't been able to kind of reset and slow things down. Whereas when Strengths died, we didn't see any quick back-to-back frags except for the one where, you know, I think like Strengths got away with 9 health or something. But other than that, Strength has been able to kind of set the pace of this match. And Faz, you know, now 4 frags down, he's in sort of a familiar position where he's down and out, and the clock is ticking. And Strengths has figured out how to get control of this thing. Getting out of here, that should have been more difficult, I think. Let's go take a look at Faz. Yeah, 76. That's why he didn't stick around. He's gone silent though. He misses the midair. Lands 2 really good rockets though on the exit, so that's going to give him a little bit of a lease on life. He's getting no 50 though. Oh, that's huge. Strengths can come in and manhandle him now.
Strengths, yeah.
Oh my God, there's the LG. All right, so 35% LG.
But still not enough to.
Yeah.
Not enough to do anything to Strengths here, and Strengths is just running the armors now. I mean, both players that last frag were left pretty even, but Strengths ran the right way and got 2 25s and a 50 armor, so able to stack back up, and Strengths gonna get the next wide. It's up. And the condition here at Mega, and Faz trying to steal it back, and he does. Finally,
yeah, but it's short-lived.
But still, Strengths is LG. God.
Now this is a smart play by Faz. he didn't really do any damage. I mean, he came flying through at the right time. He was trying to deny strenx a chance at that 50, which